Lustrolite is the perfect bathroom and shower recess wall panel. Its high-gloss designer appearance and special chemical-proof surface will withstand everyday wear and tear. During the process, you'll be shown how to prepare the area, cut the Lustrolite sheet and install the sheet. You should always wear protective workwear when using tools and take care not to damage the sheet prior to installation. You may also need a second person to assist you during the process. Always refer to the Lustrolite Installation Guide for further details, or visit the download section of the Lustrolite website at lustrolite.com. There are some standard tools you'll need for preparing and installing Lustrolite. For a detailed list, please refer to the Lustrolite Installation Guide. Do not use flexible PVC edge trimming or gaskets at any time, as they contain chemical agents that could damage the sheet. Please ensure you follow all relevant building processes and codes that are applicable in your area. If you're using Lustrolite in a renovation, you must clean the renovation surface thoroughly. Make sure it's smooth and does not have any flaws, ridges or dips. The Lustrolite sheet is 6 mm thick and will add to the thickness of your wall. This needs to be accounted for when fitting taps, fixtures and shower fittings, etc. Do not use Lustrolite behind any direct heat source, and remember that Lustrolite will expand and contract with temperature variations, which is why you must allow for 4 mm expansion gaps at each edge of the panel where it joins another surface. Lustrolite must not be moved or stored in hot conditions or direct sunlight. Store all sheets horizontally, away from any direct light. All joints must be sealed with silicone or a waterproofing compound to avoid moisture seeping through. Mark out where the Lustrolite panels will join together in the shower. Then paint the wall surface behind that join with a similar colour to that of the Lustrolite panel you intend to install. This will ensure that when the neutral cure silicone is applied in the 4 mm panel expansion gap, that the colour that shows through the clear silicone is a very close match to that of the newly installed panel. Ensure the walls are smooth, clean and dry, and that all substrate wall panel fixings are set flush or recessed. Once all the preparation for the installation of the panel has been completed, measure each wall area and decide on suitable panel size. Remember to allow for 4 mm joints or expansion gaps at each corner between Lustrolite panels and also at any other wall edge. The Lustrolite sheet is supplied with a protective film on both sides of the sheet. Do not remove the film on either side of the panel at this stage. It's important to understand which is the front of the panel and which is the rear. The clear side is the front of the panel. It has a protective film on it to ensure the high-gloss surface remains undamaged until the final installation is completed. The colour side of the sheet is in fact the rear of the panel and is the side that is adhered to the wall. It also has a protective film to avoid damage in transit. Mark all holes and cut lines on the film using a felt tip pen. Do not use metal scribes. Clamping the sheet will protect the panel and avoid vibration. Always use a block or board between the clamp and the sheet surface to avoid scratching, compressing or marking the surfaces. Jigsaws are the most appropriate tool to cut short distances such as PowerPoint openings. Cut the rear colour side of the Lustrolite sheet facing downwards. Only use blades that are suitable for cutting plastics or aluminium. If you're using a portable circular saw, cut with the rear colour side of the Lustrolite sheeting facing upwards. If you're using a fixed table saw, you should cut the sheet with the rear colour side facing downwards. Drilled holes should be no closer than 10 mm to the edge of the panel sheet. At this time, you should drill out any square corners of a previously made cutout. You need rounded corners within the cutout section. Slightly blunt drill bits will work better as they cut through the material more slowly. Always drill from the clear or front side of the Lustrolite sheet to reduce the risk of chipping. Best results will be achieved with a slow to medium drill speed. To make smaller holes into larger ones, use a step drill bit at a slow to medium speed. It's best to use a fine-toothed hole saw for larger holes. When using a hole saw, You must cut from the front surface or clear side of the Lustrolite panel to halfway through the sheet. Then turn the sheet over and then finish the hole from the other side. Once the Lustrolite panel has been cut and drilled to your requirements, the edges must be sanded or planed to a smooth finish. A single pass with an electric planer will provide a smooth edge and neat appearance. You can also use a sandpaper that is 100 grit or medium grade to remove most of the rough edge material. Then use a fine 240 grit sandpaper to follow. You can now remove the protective film from the rear surface on the colour side in order to begin applying the adhesive. However, do not remove the protective film on the front clear side of the panel at this time. Now scuff the rear coloured surface with a coarse scouring pad or 240 grit sandpaper. Do this in a circular motion so that you cover the rear of the sheet, not leaving any areas that are unscuffed. Scuffing the rear of the sheet increases the adhesion effect when the sheet is applied to the wall. After scuffing is complete, ensure that the panel is clean and free of dust or any other substance before applying the tape and silicone. Apply strips of double-sided tape to the length of the rear surface of each panel at approximately 300 mm spacing. Apply a 6 mm bead of translucent neutral cure silicone in a wavy pattern between each tape strip. Near the edges of the panel, increase the wavy pattern as shown. Run a bead of silicone on the rear of the panel around any holes, fitting holes or cutouts. To install the panel, remove the tape liner and carefully lift the panel off the bench. Place the base of your panel on 4 mm spaces at the base of the shower unit. This will enable the Lustrolite sheet to correctly rest on the spaces whilst installation takes place, and it will provide the perfect gap for your expansion joint. Once correctly in place, push the sheet into position and firmly rub down the panel to ensure the adhesive tape bonds and adhesive silicone contacts the wall. Allow the panels to cure to the wall for 24 hours before attempting to silicone the joints or removing the protective front film. After the 24 hours, seal the joints with neutral cure silicone. Once the gap is filled, remove excess silicone using a soft, flexible plastic spatula. Immediately after the silicone is applied, carefully remove the outer protective film in one continuous movement in order to achieve the best finish. After installing Lustrolite, it's important to clean all the panels. This can best be achieved by using a soft microfiber cloth or chamois with non-abrasive detergent in warm water. Grease or oil can be removed with suitable plastic cleaners. Do not rub the Lustrolite surface when it's dry or use brushes or scouring pads on the product, as this may damage the high-gloss surface. The installation of your Lustrolite panels in your bathroom is complete. Thank you for choosing Lustrolite. If you have any questions, please contact your nearest Lustrolite distributor or visit lustrolite.com for more information.